Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk about something very exciting, and more specifically, I want to talk about can people destroy your camps inside Fallout 76. Now, for those of you that don't know what a camp is, essentially it is the construction, assembly, and mobilization platform, which is essentially a beacon you place down, which acts as a workshop for you to build stuff and kind of build your base. And you build your base around this camp, and it's kind of like a little beacon you just set down, and you kind of claim a plot of land, if you will. And when you claim a plot of land, wherever you claim it, the camp also acts as a workshop and essentially allows you to build different things, like structures, cooking pots, and stuff like that. Kind of like what we've seen in the Fallout 76 gameplay reveal at E3. Now, recently, I was scrolling through Twitter. In fact, it was this morning, just a few hours ago, I was scrolling through Twitter, and I seen something pretty interesting tweeted by Fallout. And essentially, they asked somebody named Jeff Grenier, who's a project leader for Fallout 76, they asked him a question about camps. And they asked him, how will you maintain and protect your camps? But he gives you a little bit more information than that, and well, here it is.
So once you assemble your camp, you can of course build defenses and structures to help fences and different kind of armaments to support and protect your camp. If someone comes along and decides to blow your camp up, they will have to engage in those defenses, which are very easy to build. The materials are readily available. And if someone does blow up your camp, people are very excited for Fallout 76. If someone does blow up your camp, then you are able to repair it very easily for very low costs, literally with a single button. The other thing I'd like to say about camps is that they're blueprinted. So when you go off a server and you come back on, if for some reason your camp can't respawn where you left it, it is blueprinted so you can very quickly place down the stuff you had already built.
So yeah, guys, he talks about a few things here. First off, he talks about how when you set down your camp, you could build defenses, and you could build them very easily. We've seen an example of these defenses in the Fallout 76 gameplay reveal at E3, where you could build things like rocket launchers, where you can build things like turrets, and if you look very closely, it also shows Protectrons patrolling a base inside the E3 trailer, so it seems like you're going to be able to build robots, turrets, and stuff like that, so you could defend your base from others who want to, essentially destroy it. Or your camp from people who want to destroy it. And he talks about how, if somebody does come along, decides to mess with your camp or try to destroy your base, they're going to have to engage all your defenses almost. And if they do manage to successfully destroy your camp, which is like, your little beacon for where your base is at, kind of like your little workshop, he says it will be very easy to repair, almost with the push of a button. And he also talks about how if you leave a server and then you come back and something happens with your camp and it can't spawn itself, essentially you will be able to take that camp really easily and move it somewhere else, because all the things you built will be blueprinted and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. Now guys, he really didn't go into much detail on what would happen if somebody destroyed your camp, like would your whole base fall apart and stuff like that. However, I don't think it will. I think the camp is going to act like more of the workshop in Fallout 4. If you guys remember, workshop in Fallout 4 just allows you to build and place certain items, and you could also use it as storage as well. I think we will see that in Fallout 76 as well. The camp, that main little base part, I think it'll be used for storing stuff, and I think it's going to be used for building stuff, obviously. It might not be used for storing stuff because we see in the trailer, we see various trunks and, ammo boxes, stuff where you could put your things. So maybe not. So maybe it's just going to act like a workshop, essentially, where it just allows you to build stuff and nothing more. And he talks about how that's really easy to repair, but he doesn't talk about how if somebody destroys it, if your whole base will fall apart. In my opinion, I don't think it will. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for it. If somebody comes along, destroys your camp, and your whole base was to fall apart, the walls, everything was just to disappear, it really wouldn't make sense. So I think people can destroy your camp. However, I think it just prevents you from building anything else until you repair it. Or at least that's kind of what he is hinting at in this video. So it seems like people can destroy your camp, however, it'll be easy to protect that camp and they'll have to get through your defenses before they destroy it, and if they do manage to destroy it, he says it's really easy to repair it almost with the push of a button, which is really cool. And he talks about how building materials and stuff will be relatively available, so that's pretty awesome because we know this Fallout 76 relies on base building a lot and kind of building, your own home, which is really cool. I want to spend more of my time exploring this map and experiencing this story that takes place on a map 4 times as big as Fallout 4. I want to spend most of my time doing that, exploring all the locations, doing all the quests, rather than focus too much on my base building or anything like that. So it's really cool that the base building supplies are going to be in abundance, which I think is also really awesome. Now, guys, as for people raiding your base and taking your things, he really didn't say anything about that. I will probably do a video at a later date and time talking about, can people, raid your base? Can people take your things when we get more information? Or if we don't have any more information within 2 or 3 days or so, I will go ahead and I'll make a video on that just on my own, kind of using speculation and predictions. But he really didn't say that if people could break into your base and steal your things. He more specifically said, people can destroy your camp, and, you could repair the camp very easily. And the camp at this point seems to just be a workshop where it allows you to build stuff for your base and nothing more. And I don't think your whole base is going to fall apart if they destroy that camp or anything. He says it's very easy to repair, so if it's very easy to repair, there's really not much of an issue. And plus, you get to set up your defenses, and as long as they don't make it through your defenses, you're going to be all right. And if you set up your base really well, if you set it up really properly, I highly doubt people will be able to, just go in there, waltz in there and destroy it. They're going to have a little tough time with the robots and, all the different kinds of things. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to see me talk more about, if people can destroy your base, let me know in the comment section down below. I really want to do that video myself. I don't want to do it in this one as to not cause any confusion or anything like that. I don't want to talk about if people can raid and or destroy your base in this, because if I do, it might cause some confusion and stuff like that. And I don't really want to spread, confusion. Especially around a game that has enough confusion around it already. So yeah, guys, anyways, hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Anyways, I love each and every single one of you. I hope to see you guys right back here tomorrow. But until then, remember to stay freaky. Bye, everyone.